Hello, and welcome to a new LP. I must say, it's been far too long since I've done some DROD on this channel, so let's get back into this. This is the May contest compilation. I'm hoping to get everything done in the next couple of days, because I'm finally finding time to start this, and I only have 2 days to get my votes in for the end of the voting period. So, Arky's Revenge. It turns out that 8 rooms weren't enough to contain Arky's ambitions. Once the grand event had settled down, he turned his attention to making more rooms. Arky built an entire complex of rooms that he was satisfied were completely unsolvable. One day, he hoped he could leave a particularly troublesome delver down there and watch in glee as his victim failed to solve a single room. Jethro stumbled onto the complex by chance. When he was bored one afternoon, he decided to explore it, just because he didn't have anything better to do. Alright, so Arky is a character from DROD 5, The Second Sky. A much beloved character. He's an architect who builds rooms, and he's not quite as clever as he thinks he is. His rooms tend to be either... he tends to leave these scrolls taunting Jethro as to why the room is impossible, but his conclusions he puts on the scrolls are either incorrect or incomplete. So it adds a little bit of humor, and it's a fun little idea. So I did open this up previously just to get the layout, because there are about 35 entries, I think, and I tend to do these in contest order, so I wanted to know where I was headed. Or sorry, in the order they're listed on the voting thread. So I wanted to know where to go, since it could take me quite a while just to wander around, and I believe, yes, WWW is going to be our first entry. Now, immediately I suspect Pygmy Wubba for this one. He recently released a hold called The Letter W, featuring monster player roles for the Wubba, the Wraithwing, and the Water Skipper. So I'm expecting some kind of nonsense with one of those, possibly all 3 of those elements. Let's see what we got. Hey, Wraithwing, Water Skipper, and Wubba. Called it. Oh boy. I've also heard that most of these rooms aren't actually all that bad, so I'm looking forward to seeing what we're going to do here. I see that Dragon Fogel has given the rooms titles up here as well, which is a nice touch. Okay, so you get a staff. Arky's notes. Fluff. Surround a blob of fluff with walls and hot tiles, so there is only one exit for puffs. Delver cannot possibly split the blob into 4 puffs without losing any. Then make a gap over water to a conquer token, so that the Delver will need 2 tiles of ice going each way. To be absolutely sure the Delver cannot cross, provide only 3 monsters. So this is... Again, this is kind of the standard for this. So we see set up here, we got fluff, walls, and hot tiles, and as Arky says, with this setup, we're not going to be able to get all 4 puffs out. And then we've got 2 tiles to go here. We've got 3 monsters. So how could we possibly build 4 bits of ice so that we could step 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 here, 3, 4, and get out? Because we would need 4 puffs for that. So if we take everything that Arky has said at face value, then immediately I see that, well, a puff you can have a puff collide with another puff, and that'll create ice. So assuming that we can actually extract all 4 of these, we can easily make the ice that we need with the staff. This is just going to do what you'd expect, open these. There's basically no risk of dying in this room. I mean, the Water Skipper is a little bit annoying, but we are going to have to kill it with a puff, so we do have to guide the Water Skipper up here as part of the solution, but that's not going to be that bad, because if we have ice here, we just, shove the Water Skipper in the water Skipper crawls up here, gets stuck on the ice, a puff will eventually kill it. And then I guess we'll use the Wraithwing here. That's going to be a little bit tricky, actually. I guess to get the second one, we'll have the Wraithwing positioned here. We'll have a puff here and here. And then, standing here, we push this puff up. And the puff will be targeted to the latest unit in turn order, so it should grab the Wraithwing over B-throw. And that way, because we have to kill the Wraithwing, the only tool we have to do it with, I mean, I guess we could kill the Water Skipper on a hot tile. We do have that option. The Webba we don't need for anything that I can tell. I mean, we can use it to attract puffs, I suppose. Why are you here? You're just there? Okay. Sure, there's a puff. Okay, so anyway, the first thing I need to do is figure out how to extract all of these puffs. I think that can be done. Let's just wait until we have a favorable timing when the puffs aren't going to be active. If we do that, is it going to be 1, 2, okay, 5. Okay, the one I pushed out spawns first, and then the remainder is spawned afterwards. That's one sensible way of doing this, I suppose. So is this going to work? What's going to happen now? You're going to move here. I guess what we can do... Okay, if we do something like that... Let's try that again. The problem is... Yeah, the problem is we don't want these puffs. So this gives us the most time. Whoops, what am I doing? How did I... No. I need to... That. There we go. That's how we can survive it. Doing that gets you into this position. 6, 7, and 8. So then we... that. And as long as we are in this row now, you will move here, you will move here, and then you will slide down. Okay, so it's just turn order. Mucking with the turn order to get them in where we needed to. We have now extracted all 4 puffs, so Arky was wrong on that point. Let's just wait a bunch. Yeah, and there, he was wrong on this point as well. It is in fact possible. Oh, I mean, I can create them on the second level just like that. Now, these last two, I actually have to... Yes, this is where it gets tricky. So the Wubba... The Wubba we have to dispose of, because it's just gonna get in the way. There we go. Got the water skipper where we need it. Now look at the water skipper. Yeah, that'll be fine. Alright, and then we need the Wraithwing to die over top of ice. That shouldn't be too hard either. But yeah, this room, either by a Pygmy Wubba or by somebody who's recently played through Pygmy Wubbas. Let's have you... Pygmy Wubba's hold. I need to move over slightly more. Let's just get this puff. You know what? Let's be super inefficient and just get that puff out of the way. Okay, you. Come around like this. There we go, we got you into the position we want you in. There we go. And no problem. So Arky was wrong about this. We had it was possible to extract all 4 bits of puff. A little bit of turn order shenanigans there, but it's not too bad. And then, of course, puffs can hit other puffs. Only one of them will die to make the ice, so we can get through. And the wubba was just kind of an extra complication, I guess. But yeah, no, good little room. Good little room. Not too demanding. Alright, and I think I'm going to do this a little bit differently than my usual setup here. I'm thinking I'm going to do, instead of doing hour-long episodes, I'm just going to have every single entry self-contained as its own episode. And I'm probably just going to schedule those to release one a day for, I guess, the entire month of June and half of July. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. So this is WWW, and I will see you next time for the next entry, which I should have looked up so that I could get there. But I guess I'll walk there at the start of the next video. I will see you then.